Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the FiveMarks Podcast. I am your host for today. I am Cameron. Welcome back for another week. We are in a bit of a strange environment here today. But,
this is Will's basement.
Why?
It's me. I'm stuck in Will's basement.
Yeah, I've been here for a few years though.
You like it though?
True, very true. But we are also joined by
Will.
What a shit intro, right?
Alright, Mario.
Shut your face.
It's me, and Martin.
Shut your face.
And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about...
Well, the lads want to talk about Triple H and TKO. Are they ruining the WWE?
So when you say the lads want to talk about it, I think there is that question of, is TKO ruining WWE? I know the Wrestling Show kind of briefly spoke about it in one of their latest episodes. So we kind of decided that we'd have a chat about it because it's something we've kind of ishly talked about in the last episode. Not very mainly, we didn't talk about a whole lot of anything really on the last show. But we ishly talked about it, so we kind of thought, why not do an episode on it? Talk about what's going on in the current product, how it's kind of changed nearly into more of a marketing company than it is like a wrestling company. And how the changes have been since, I suppose, kind of TKO and Nick Khan took over. Then when we had Vince, I suppose, or if we just had Triple H instead of TKO. So yeah, I suppose the talking point is, or a starting point I should say, is on the current product. Yeah. What's your kind of thoughts and opinions on the current product? Obviously we spoke last week about John Cena's heel run. I said it was a bit of a failure. Obviously he's gone back babyface now. We didn't talk about it on the last episode, but I think we should talk about it maybe on this episode. The fact that cheap plug went over the idea. It's okay. The fact that at the end of SummerSlam, obviously Brock returned.
What a fucking...
you know, there's these different types of things that we should be doing. Like even the fact of like SmackDown in Dublin, like all these different pay-per-views that they're doing, Saturday Night Main Event. Like I know none of us know the politics of, or not necessarily politics, but kind of the figures and the numbers and everything like that about the move from or to ESPN. Yeah. But there's all this sort of stuff to kind of talk about. So I suppose the best starting point is talking about what we do know, which is wrestling, which is the current product. What's your thoughts and opinions on current ongoings?
Like, when you think about TKO now, you obviously have the ESPN deal, as you said. Yeah. You have the Netflix deal, which I think is really, really good for European fans because if I have work or college, if you have work, if Martin is at home doing nothing, we have Netflix, so we can either stay up and watch it live or come home the next day after work or college to watch it instead of there'll be network. And I know a lot of people give out about it, and I know a lot of people miss the old stuff, but to be honest, I think it's a really important thing at the moment with Netflix and our deal because European fans always miss out on a big chunk of that.
Well, I was lucky as a kid, and I believe you were probably in the same boat as me, where I had Sky TV.
Oh yeah.
So I was able to watch nearly every show.
You used to record on Sky,
we were lucky enough to not get every pay-per-view, but we got a lot of them.
SmackDown! Well, pay-per-views on Box Office, SmackDown pay-per-views on Sky Sports.
We had that luxury of being able to watch TV, so I understand it from a point of view, but then when I moved out of home, obviously I wasn't there for Sky TV.
No one would.
So I stopped watching weekly product. I used to watch like clips on like YouTube.
The highlights of that week episode.
So the fact now that it's on Netflix, something that everybody has access to.
100%.
That you can just go in and watch it whenever you want, which is just, it's obviously a great thing.
But then you also have to think about what's the downside of the product we're getting. Like, I was at SmackDown, you're at SmackDown.
Don't go there. Don't you dare go there.
And it was fun because, as we know, it's the first televised WWE show there, and it was amazing. The crowd atmosphere, we all enjoyed it. But when it's building up to the Clash of Paris. When you look at the Clash of Paris card,
that's on this weekend. Actually,
it's not exciting.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking forward to AEW, and I actually enjoyed watching it. And now leading up to Clash in Paris, I'm just like, what's the product?
But that's something that the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show brought up. I'm not going to mention the Wrestling Fan, we love the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show, but I don't want to mention one every sentence that I make. But it's something that they were talking about. I think it might have been Cena and Cody to build up to that. But because you have a pay-per-view nearly every 2 weeks, you don't have that time to build up a story.
Yeah.
Do you know that kind of way? I know they're trying to, at the moment, they're trying to build Drew and Cody. And I know that's probably looking at WrestlePalooza, which gives you that bit of a build.
Yeah.
But you're just completely abanishing Clash in Paris then. You're just completely avoiding it. You're just going to give it a non-consideration. Do you know that kind of way? Which I think it's wrong, really, because you're just diminishing stories. And then by the time because you're only having 5 matches on every pay-per-view, you're just using the same 5 or 6 people on every
repeat.
Instead of using people like Finn Balor or JD McDonough or Dragon Lee or different people like that. Do you know that kind of way?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of recycled material nearly, it seems, for the entire year. Look at Punk and Rollins. Their story has been decent, but
But that's also gone on for 2 years.
Do you know that kind of way?
That's the best story going.
I know Punk was out for quite a while, but it just seems to be dragging. But then again, that's obviously more of a criticism on probably Triple H. But is it Triple H's decisions to be doing pay-per-views every second week, or is it a TKO decision?
I'd say more.
Or is it like a Nick Khan?
It could be a mix of both. It could be Nick Khan and TKO. What's the best way we can make money?
But you also have to realize what they've invested. They paid they got a $4 billion deal from Netflix. No,
I think it's $5 billion.
$5 billion, and then they're like, okay, we made chunks of that.
But you see, you say that as well, right? Which is, I 100% agree with you. They're not showing Saturday Night's Main Event.
YouTube got the rights to that, didn't they?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know that kind of way? Because it's on NBC, I think, over in America.
But
even as well as that, other than the European market, the only thing that's been shown in America on Netflix is Raw.
Yeah, but that's also saying they got the rights for Europe, yeah?
Yeah.
But then you have to think about it. They had to deal with X for Speed, but that's gone now because the Speed titles are part of NXT now.
Yes.
And then they have Saturday Night Main Event, which is linked to YouTube. I don't think there's something that has to be there for money. I don't think they're just going to make, okay.
That's the other thing, but I also feel that, for the amount of pay-per-views and stuff like that, you're not getting that quality that you use.
Oh, no, definitely not.
The only comparison that you could rightly make at the moment is looking at AEW. If you look at an AEW pay-per-view, it's 10 out of 10 nearly every time. It is every match is banger after banger after banger. I know their weekly TV mightn't be
amazing,
as interesting, or not as interesting, but as amazing as a Raw or SmackDown. But even Raw and SmackDown these days aren't great. Like the Dublin show we went to, you had the moment with Becky at the start, Cena came out, you had Randy Orton. Once Cena came out and did his thing, crowd had no interest.
Yeah, no, that's the one saving grace. I didn't get to go. That's what Will was referencing to. And I remember afterwards, I can't remember who, someone texted me. I don't know if it was one of you guys or what. Someone texted me it was on the call with you. How'd you feel not going afterwards after the show was said and done? I'm like, you had Cena, you had, as you said, Becky Lynch come out. Becky Lynch had a match.
But even for that match, the crowd weren't into it at all. At all, the crowd weren't into it. And there was a dark match after where Lyra came out. She had a tag match, and even the crowd weren't
excited for that.
Dominic Mysterio came out after that. He got a bit of a pop. That was it.
Jumping Factory came out, got a bit of a pop,
and that was it.
And we had Sheamus on Main Event.
And he probably got the biggest popularity. Well, bar Cena, I suppose, but it's John Cena at the end of the day. But that seems to be your marketing tool for a SmackDown show now. It's John Cena.
Yeah, it's a household name, so it's going to guarantee.
No, but I get that, and I get it's his last year, and he deserves to have all this opportunity. He deserves to get the praise and the attention, like the Dublin crowd gave him. However, December 13th or 16th or something is the rumoured date of his last show, Saturday Night's Main Event. Who do you go to after that?
Well,
who's your big guy after?
Breaker.
Who do you say, right, we're going to record a SmackDown in Dublin, right? This is our big name that's going to be there. This is the guy that you all want to pay money to see.
But there's only one name for it though, and you said it before, it's Cody Rhodes.
which is fair enough. Cody got booed on Raw the other night.
Yeah. But like, it's typical wrestling fans. You see that person, they're like, okay, get him the push. When he gets the title, we're going to love him. Then the next week when he walks out
They
with
hate
the
him.
title,
Poor
they're like,
Seth Rollins.
oh, I'm sick of this title reign already. Give it up. Like
Poor Seth Rollins.
Like they don't know how to make their mind up.
No, they don't. Daniel Bryan said it best. Wrestling fans are fickle.
Yeah.
Fickle.
But you get those moments though, like Seth Rollins, where it's rumoured, oh, the injury isn't real. Is he going to come out? Is he not going to come out? And you get those moments where it actually takes you by surprise. It gives you that shock value. Seen as hero. But we don't get that anymore. Do you know what I mean? We don't get, like, I was watching this thing on YouTube. They got a load of, I think they were all on SmackDown at the time. It would have been like AJ Styles, Carmella, I think Kevin Owens was there, and a couple of others. And they got them to rank these like top 10 SmackDown moments. I don't know, was it like 20 years of SmackDown or like 15 years of SmackDown? And like those moments that are in there, like I think the very first show when you look at, I think it was Triple H versus The Rock for the title. Shawn Michaels was a special guest referee. Shawn Michaels was a face. He turned heel at SmackDown. But you don't get those kind of moments and those shows anymore.
But do you think it's due to?
I think it's due to money.
But there's the money side. There's also the side that wrestlers don't care for kayfabe. There's also the side that internet's a thing.
I'm saying that wrestlers don't care for kayfabe when you're after releasing the WWE Unreal show, where you completely break down kayfabe.
But like, there's also people saying that they're not showing us 100% of the truth behind that. Like,
but who wants to see it?
No, that's what I'm saying. But like, you also.
But that's fair enough. That's fair enough, right? 100%. And look, we've had the pleasure of working with a couple of local promotions. We know some of the inner and outs and how the wrestling business kind of works.
Yes.
I'm not claiming that I know the wrestling business or how it works in a full, but we know how things are kind of put together. Fair enough. Do you really want to go and hand out that information to everybody that watches wrestling?
No, but like what I'm saying is, you were talking about The Rock and Triple H having that match with Michaels being the special guest referee. What year is that?
Well, it would have been 2099, 2000, something around there.
So the internet was only a thing.
Well, yeah.
So you have to think about nowadays. Everything's on the internet. Everything. Breaking news, TKO.
But you say that, but look at Cena's heel turn. Look at Rollins at SummerSlam. Look at Lesnar at SummerSlam.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
we still can't get these moments.
Yeah.
But we're not getting them as
big as back then.
But here's the thing.
Not even as big, but as often.
But that's what I'm saying. But when
there's no element of surprise
when
in
I talk
anymore.
about the internet for a second, you mentioned Lesnar. Before SummerSlam even started, night 2, mysterious man walks into the building with his hood up. Like, you're.
But even I get it. I know. Look, I think another talking point as well is WrestleMania, because I think it's fair to say it wasn't the best WrestleMania in the history of WrestleManias.
No, there were a few good matches.
And obviously your main event is probably your biggest talking point in any WrestleMania history.
Game's favourite match, by the way.
Cody and Cena.
All time. Favourite match of all time.
Obviously Cena had just turned heel at Elimination Chamber. Bring it to the match at Mania. Everybody expects The Rock and that other fella, I don't know what his name is, Fiend or something, I can't think of it.
Fiend.
For 15 minutes.
Fiend. I'm actually going to put the song over that now as well.
Please don't.
Let me put this to your point, because this kind of goes with is TKO ruining WWE? Go back to when Triple H first took over.
Yes.
Every week on Raw and SmackDown, somebody returned without word. Johnny Gargano. Nobody knew that Johnny Gargano was coming back to WWE.
Like there was word that he was turned up at AEW.
Yeah, as the wild card. You had Candice LeRae, Hit Row, Braun Strowman was kind of rumored. He was very much rumored. We thought he was going to happen at Clash of the Castle. But like you had that element of, wow, you watch Raw now every week because who the fuck's coming back? Like I think the last time we ever had something and we knew it was happening, the last time where you had to tune in was the Wyatt Six returning or debuting, whichever one it was, and just leaving everyone absolutely down in the dust. Outside of that debut, everything else was pre-TKO.
Yeah. But to give a counter argument on that, with Triple H hiring everybody, how many of those people are still in the company?
I think I counted the other day as like 3.
You know what I mean?
It was like 3 or 4.
But that has to be down to
TKO.
At the end of the day, you'd have to wonder. Triple H, if he's booking a show, right? Obviously, he's a chief content officer, whatever about it. If he's booking a show, if he sits down right now as we're sitting down, and he goes, right, Monday Night Raw, this is what I want to do. Is that it? Is that what happens? Or does someone like Nick Khan or TKO come in and kind of go, maybe we shouldn't do that? But even looking at like the thing at Elimination Chamber, we're bringing in The Rock. Ticket sales weren't good.
Okay.
We bring in The Rock. Now
that is a whole conversation, because they did it twice. Bad Blood. What was the fucking point? Elimination Chamber. What was the fucking point? Final Boss came back twice, did some shit, and it went.
But the stuff at Elimination Chamber, like, you set up this story, Cena turns heel. You set up this story. You still have, like, it's kind of weird to say because the Cena turning heel thing was actually only kind of a cog in it. Your main story was still kind of Rock and Cody. Rock disappears. We get the Cena Cody stuff, which works within the story. Where's Rock?
Yeah, but that's the thing.
What was
when you're speaking about TKO,
Trevor?
When you're speaking about TKO, you can't like say, "Oh, that's due to TKO." Like, yes, The Rock's on the board.
But you can't say it's not because of TKO, because it was Ari Emanuel, the head owner of TKO, who decided to bring The Rock in.
But that's what I'm saying.
Because ticket sales weren't good.
Yes, but what I'm saying is for The Rock not showing up, that's due to him.
Which I agree with, but like you like if you bring The Rock in for a pay-per-view, you have to involve him in a story.
Yeah.
What other story do you put him in other than the guy that he's been working for the last year and a half? You know what I mean?
No, I get you, but like people are saying, "Oh, the whole."
As well as that, right? Sorry, I keep interrupting, but as well as that, if you'd taken that moment, you had not brought Rock back, right? You had not involved him in the whole thing. You still have Cena win the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
You now have a face Cena in his last year going up against a face Cody Rhodes, the guy who managed to beat Roman Reigns, the guy who's held the title for 3+ years. This is the guy who beat him. This is the guy in the company. This is your next big step. This is your John Cena going up against John Cena at WrestleMania. To me, it's a better story than he's a heel. Everybody wants to see heel John Cena. The heel turn worked. The rest of it.
But do you think that's down to creative planning though?
Yes, because The Rock got brought in.
So
but is that Triple H or TKO?
What you're saying is fuck The Rock, fuck Triple H, fuck TKO.
Essentially, yeah.
I don't. The Triple H one, I don't know. It's hard to say about Triple H because we saw at the start, Martin, stop making it.
I broke the table.
We saw the start of Triple H's kind of thing as Booker, I suppose, for one word, right? You talked about it, he brought all these people back, he made the product a bit more interesting. We finally got an Intercontinental and US champion. A male, this was, because they hadn't been defended in about 12 years.
They were actually made important. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They had the whole lineage.
Vince came back. Well, I know he wasn't necessarily back.
He
was back on the board. He was taking the scripts and he was changing them. So Triple H got screwed. And then by the time the power went back to Triple H, you now have TKO involved. Yeah. Which is when the product started to change again. It became more commercial than what it already was.
Yeah, true.
But it is just advertising left, right, and centre and money making.
But like, I know I said I wouldn't say it, but like Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show mentioned it. If you look at that announcement for ESPN, it's Triple H.
Yeah,
but if you watch WWE over a 12-month period, from WrestleMania to WrestleMania, how many times on TV do you see Triple H?
Nearly every week, I would imagine.
You don't.
But like nowadays,
you don't see Triple H on TV every week.
Yeah, but he made sure that he's in the intro.
But why?
Because he's hungry.
But why not take Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley? Why not take someone like this?
That's what I'm saying, but like, I think because he's on the board now, yeah, and he has a high job proper now.
I don't know if he is actually on the board.
Well, not the board, I'll just say where he is in his position in WWE. That he's not coming out and going, I used to be the Super Assassin, I can kill any man I want. He's just bored. He just wants to be noticed. He thinks, like, I don't think he thinks, but like, I feel like he's thinking, like, I'm locked up in this room, like, I'm doing all this stuff, I'm not on TV as much anymore, are people going to forget about me, what the new generation doesn't know who I am and what I've done for the company?
I don't think that really matters. I would like to be completely honest. Like the whole like, oh, well, they're gonna remember me and the whole new generation. We know Triple H.
Yes.
But that's all that matters. This is me now defending Triple H. We see how good Triple H can be.
Mm-hmm.
What's the best era of NXT?
Heatwave 2.0.
Heatwave 2.0.
NXT.
By the way, Heatwave was on last weekend, and it has been possibly voted the worst NXT pay-per-view
The black
of
and
all
gold,
time.
yeah.
Black and gold.
Black and gold, obviously, yes.
Absolute peak NXT.
Yeah.
Takeover London. I was saying this to him yesterday. In my opinion, the best takeover New Orleans.
I mean, there's arguments for the best takeover, but like it's.
I was there. That's why.
So that's
I
why
was
it's
there.
best, because Martin was there.
It would have been takeover Dublin if you'd given it. If COVID hadn't happened.
Fuck you, COVID.
Joe, we've seen how well Triple H booked. In terms of like what you're saying, they're like, oh, he's just bored there. I don't think so. I think there is kind of passion there from Triple H. There is. He's not just going into it going, oh, I fucking hate this fucking job.
No, I'm not saying he hates his job. I'm just
I hate
saying,
my life.
do you think he's just... he's just there like the way we are, sitting around the table, and then he's just like, oh, I used to be on the screen the whole time. And when McMahon was there and he was doing the whole authority thing, and he was there in his little suit and his little buzz cut, and he was like, yeah, look at me, my wife are a savage and all that.
If he wanted to, he could just go, all right, Nick.
But nobody wants to see it.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. If you're there like, oh, he's there like, oh, well, I think I should be maybe be a more of authority figure. Bring back the authority. He could just go, right, Nick, Adam, fuck off.
Yeah, but
I'm going to be the GM now.
He's just on everything. When was it? SummerSlam, was it? He was
but he was doing that with NXT.
He was on top of the stadium and he's like, somebody get me off this roof. Like, oh man.
Yeah, but he did every takeover.
Yeah, but just
started with him in the ring going, Joe, we are. It's called hyping up the crowd.
Or just like
the start of the pay-per-view, I'm okay with it, right? I'm not necessarily agreeing with Vince used to do it at the start. You see it on nearly, I think it's like the first 4 or 5 Manias. Vince used to come out, welcome to WrestleMania. But for an announcement video, you're announcing that WrestleMania's return of Vegas, right? Completely wrong decision. They should have left it in New Orleans.
Yeah, you lost ticket sales with that.
Trust me, they might have lost them with us, but someone else is going to buy those tickets.
More important.
But like, why not build that using your Codys, your Romans, your Seth Rollinses, your Paul Heyman's, the people that you see on TV every week?
Like, he's on the intro to every Raw and SmackDown when he's from the dead now to get rah, rah, rah.
Yeah, but that was beforehand as well.
Yeah, but like, he needs to be center of attention, I'm saying.
I don't think so.
The era is literally called the Triple H era.
Yeah, but
Paul Levesque era.
Paul Levesque.
Yeah, but that's because it is, like, look, it is the Paul Levesque era because this is the first time where he's in charge of the WWE. And it wasn't him that went out and said this is the Paul Levesque era. It's Michael Cole every fucking kickoff.
I think it was Paul Heyman first of all.
Possibly, it could have been Paul Heyman.
Was he not taking the piss out when he said that though?
Um,
But you're a big fan of, as you call him, Papa H. So you're going to defend
I've never
him.
once called. Oh, sorry, I did, yeah.
Yeah, you don't know. I have the message.
Sorry, he made the thumbnail. I was like, don't you leave Papa H alone.
But like, set aside, if TKO didn't buy WWE.
TKO and Cam we are open for sale. It won't cost you a whole lot, but TKO, if you are interested, we will listen.
Like, if TKO didn't buy WWE, Vince McMahon just dropped out and says, okay, look, I'm in too much trouble, Triple H, take it over. Where do you think we will be with matches, pay-per-views, sponsors, talent? Because you think about it, Martin goes on about Triple H in NXT Black and Gold, yeah? How many of that talent is now with us?
But here's
no,
my
I'm
counter argument. For most of the talent that went up, who was in charge and let them go?
But I'm not saying that.
That's counter argument. You know, how many of them are still there?
But I'm just saying, if, as I said, if TKO didn't buy WWE, and where would we be today with it?
Even like there was rumours going back maybe 3 or 4 years before this whole Vince stuff came out about him being interested in selling the company. But the question kind of stands, who would have bought the company? Because realistically, I don't think, like, you'd have probably been looking at like Triple H and Stephanie, maybe Shane O'Mac, but I don't think they couldn't afford to have paid what TKO paid.
Obviously not. No,
so that kind of way, would Vince have sold it for that much? It's hard to know. He would have kept it in the family, obviously, of course, but would that have still led him away back in? Whereas TKO, he's out, like, everyone let him back in. But that does beg the question, if it did stay, if, let's say, Triple H, Stephanie and Shane,
stay in the family,
do you know that kind of way?
Where do you think it'd be?
What position would we in? No, it's an interesting question. I obviously don't know, but you'd have to wonder, because like the company is so commercialised now.
Very commercialised.
And when you look at like ticket sales, ticket prices, like merch cost, like the John Cena signature belt they were selling online for €532, I think it was, to be exact, and they were selling it for €800 up and down.
I've seen that. It was fucking ridiculous.
You know what I mean? Like the World Heavyweight title, I think, was the only other belt they had for sale there, and it was €700. Then you can buy it online.
I'll say this: it's the same everywhere. I'll give you, I think, the AEW World Title, which is like 800 and something.
But if you go online, it's 800.
That's what I mean. But like, whereas like when we were at the first All In, the father bought the AEW World Title. It's 1,000.
Yeah, but you see, that's price going down. That's nearly even better.
It's not price going down.
It is. He's paying 1,000 for it.
Yeah, but
£1,000.
No, €1,000.
Oh, well.
Or it's like 800 online. It's the same. It's the same exact. It's like fucking. What's the thing they say? Like, you have nowhere else to go, so if you want it, there it is, and the price is risen. The biggest example currently at the moment, I saw a video today of Electric Picnic, and they have a shopping centre inside there, and a can of Coke, normal can, is €3.
Yeah, but people would pay it.
But that's because where are you going to go? That's the whole point I'm trying to get at.
No, I know.
When you're in Dublin, the belt is fucking €400, €300 more. It's because they're going, well, if you want it, it's there. And
But that's the counter, because if you look at SummerSlam, I think like first, second, and third row seats for SummerSlam are up to 40,000.
ridiculous.
The ticket.
SmackDown was ridiculous.
The ticket.
Did we not talk about it in the car?
But the issue is, people are paying it.
Yeah.
We were on the way home, and was the front row seats for night 1 and 2 not like 70,000 for
SummerSlam? No, I think there were 40.
No, for WrestleMania 42.
Oh, I've no idea. There could have been something like that.
Something like.
No, we were talking about WrestlePalooza. I think is fetching.
I will agree with you there in terms of the ticket prices. The is ridiculous. To give an example, like front row for SmackDown would have been what, anywhere between 500 and $1,000.
Yeah.
Maybe a fucking whole lot more. I was thinking of going to Forbidden Door. Just didn't work out because the flights were fucking expensive. For kind of not really front row, but over by the stage, and this is like middle of the stage. It's €200 or £200, which was, when you look at compared to SmackDown, wasn't that bad.
Like first row for SmackDown, I know you could have paid anywhere up to, I think it was like £1,500 or something like that.
The biggest issue with SmackDown, and this is why I refused to go when I seen there was only the €300 ones left, was because it was what? Were you there for 2.5 hours?
Show started at 7:30. We were gone by 10:30.
AEW started at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it was like when you had the hour pre-show as well. So we'll say it started at 7 o'clock and it was over at like what, 11, half 11.
Yeah.
So, you had many hours.
But like, speaking about ticket prices, like what we paid originally for Block N, was 400 and something euro. And thank God to Jane.
That's for 2 tickets. Though.
Yeah, 2 tickets, and thank God to Jane, the missus. She went to the box office. You seen us lining up, and she literally went up and goes, "Upgraded seats, please."
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Oh, da. But she paid with a gift card for the Ticketmaster gift card I had, And he was like, oh, I can't do this, blah, 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 blah. And she literally turned around and goes, I'm not stupid. There's seats still available. You surely still have tickets available to hand out because no one's taking them. And then we got upgraded seats. But then we done the maths. If we paid for those seats we're in, for the €430 we paid, add on, I think, an extra $250 to that. So we saved it €250 for that. And I'm like, how can you justify that?
I think like the question goes, where you talked there a while ago about when Vince left, what if Triple H, Stephanie Shane had taken over instead of TKO? I think another question that you could ask, and again, it's not obviously the right question politically and everything he's done and the trouble that he's in, but where would we be if Vince was still in charge? There was no sale to TKO. Vince was still booking shows. What kind of situation would we be?
We'd be in a horrible situation. Do you know why? Because we wouldn't have the best character in the world, El Grande Americano.
Anyway, I think it'd be weird.
See?
Do you reckon Vince would get flashbacks and try to compete with AEW like WCW did?
No, I don't think he gave a shit.
Like, if you look at, you'll disagree with this, but if you look at the majority of the 2010s era,
horrible,
not good.
Horrible,
not good.
Yeah, I know.
So that kind of
we all lived through it.
Wasn't much better coming out of COVID.
No, definitely not.
Do
you know what? COVID was better than 2019.
Yeah, I have no disagreement with that.
But you had fun with it though, because you couldn't do anything.
The big dog, the dog food.
Boy scrapping in Mr. Ryan's office.
That was hilarious. I'm sorry, I would stand by that. Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles. I actually loved that one.
Or Mysterio getting thrown off the roof.
Best. What a story. Baron Corbin committing murder.
Like,
twice.
As we're talking about, is TKO ruining WWE? Like, you took a table out back in the day, it was just a brown table. Now you're taking out and it's Slim Jims.
That's the other thing, you've so many advertising. Like Naomi announcing her pregnancy and she having to leave the belt down with the Slim Jim logo.
But like, it's not even that. Like, you have,
hey, that was just foreshadowing, all right?
You have
Big up, Jim.
You have you have like Logan Paul's bog water drink on the ringside, constantly there.
Yeah. Do you know that's actually apparently? I think that's banned in Ireland now.
No one sells it. Tesco got rid of it.
Yeah, I think it's officially banned.
It's shit, anyways.
And like, then you go look. Every movie that's coming out, every stupid soppy TV show that's coming out has a brand deal with WWE for their ring. But like, I don't want to sound stupid, but does wrestlers not say the ring's sacred? It's supposed to be sacred.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here's my point of view as a fan. I don't give a shit. The match, it doesn't change the match to me. The tables, they're still going to go through the table. I don't care. You could have fucking...
Okay, for instance, we've all watched AEW last time. The spot with the fork. Forbidden Door. Sorry.
Disgusting.
Yeah. So you're saying you wouldn't be looking at that when Dean Ambrose digging into Darby Allin's ear, yeah? And all you seen was Dr. Pepper logo.
Couldn't give a shit.
Nah, that would annoy me.
Why?
Because why are you watching wrestling and you just see, oh yeah, Dean Ambrose stabbing that young lad's ear. Oh, I fancy Dr. Pepper now. No.
I don't think anyone's doing that well.
So I agree with you, but I also agree with you. Like, it annoys me with all these logos and whatever, and every match has a sponsor and whatever.
That, I will say that pisses me off when it's on the actual. Remember, like, was it WrestleMania in Hollywood or something where the main events were sponsored? That annoyed me. Yeah, that annoyed me.
But like the countdown clocks and the Royal Rumble being sponsored by C4, like, so that kind of like.
I will say I liked the overlay though. I really liked the overlay.
What in my opinion, like it's like I don't like it, but I'm also like I don't really care. So like anyway, it's not affecting my viewing experience.
But like it's also like you see when we're watching Raw, not so much SmackDown as we do get ads in SmackDown. You hear Michael Cole about announce a chocolate bar. The whole thing just goes mute.
Yeah, it's a difference between the US network.
Yeah.
Sometimes advertisements work out perfectly, right? My biggest example is when Nick Gage was slicing the fucking head off Jericho and it went straight into a fucking pizza commercial. That was great advertisement, okay? Sometimes it works out. But like in terms of like having a big fucking like you have what's the main logo now?
I think it changes.
Oh,
Slim Jim, I think, was one of the bigger ones.
Whether it's like Prime
was
or,
on
or
it.
like you have Netflix, Riyadh, and blah 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 blah.
FiveMarks.
One day, I couldn't care. The hydration station, the Prime hydration station. I couldn't give a fuck that's there. Do you know why? Because I hope someone grabs someone and just chucks them into it. Because again,
Also,
it's a spot.
Also, in fairness, we got it in the game, and you can over throw point balls.
That's fun. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but like, as I said, it's weird. It's weird because like they're all half of them are American logos. Like, can you find a Slim Jim in Ireland? No,
probably.
But that doesn't matter.
But like, I know, but like.
But it's an American company.
I understand that, but like, it's just annoying. They're showing like a Slim Jim ad, yeah, and the obviously tribute to Randy Savage because he used to do all that, which I think is cool. And then you have LA Knight there and Jey Uso. But then I'm like, I should have died for a Slim Jim. I can't walk down to my
Will just secretly wants the middle piece to be just Dunn Stores.
I'll go back and give a different example.
You're a giant.
This stuff that we've seen before. Look at Bray Wyatt and LA Knight and the Mountain Dew fucking.
Oh my god.
The pitch black.
Whatever fucking it is.
Visually, I thought that was sick, but it was so stupid.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Illuminate golf.
Going through the announce table and it's just fucking confetti coming out.
Uncle Howdy just up in the rafters.
to move on from small advertising, while also sticking with advertising, there has been. I didn't mean to do that. I should block that. Really.
Nice one.
To stick. Anyway, like WrestleMania, obviously, right? It's once a year. We have 2 nights now currently. It's been on for as next year it'll be WrestleMania 42. What are the thoughts of possibly doing 2 WrestleManias in the year, 1 in Saudi?
No,
definitely not.
Absolutely
no.
not.
WrestleMania should be once a year because it's the big pay-per-view.
It's a big payoff.
Everyone gets. People get their stories. People finish a rivalry, and then it goes into the new year. It's basically the new year for wrestling because then Raw after Mania, everyone's going to talk about who's going to show up, who's going to reappear. Like, it's literally the end of the year for, like, what is it, the 31st of December, 30th, whatever the date is, our countdown to the new year of wrestling.
Yeah.
No, it's stupid. And, like, now we have 2 nights of SummerSlam, and there's potential talk of 2027, 2 nights of Royal Rumble.
God, no.
No, that won't happen. I can't see that happening.
But, like,
not unless they introduce like a third Rumble for like tag teams or
the
something.
only way I see
don't have
that,
enough tag teams.
the only way I see that working is
50.
if the women's gets the night 1 and
No,
then
30 teams.
the main event. The women's get the night 1 main event, and then the men's get the night 2 main event.
But what else do you fill the card with?
That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing it'll work with. But
'Cause
what else can you
You
do?
have 30 people in either match.
Yeah,
But who else do you use?
and then like as you said, tag team Royal Rumble. Like,
With 60 people in a match, I'm down for it.
I'm going to get you to hold that point, and we'll be right back after I change the camera battery. Yeah, no, we can definitely do that. Yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, we'll let them know right now. Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, September 28th, Hard Knocks Pro Wrestling returns to Dolan's Warehouse for Hard Knocks Under Siege. And I just got word from Hard Knocks management that this announcement is big. They're not giving us too much. All they say is make sure to tell everyone they have to be there in Dolan's on September 28th if they want to know what's going down. So what are you waiting for? Go buy your tickets now, hardknockstickets.com. I'll see you at the show. So right now, I gotta go find Carmel.
Yeah, like, look, when you talk about Saudi, look, I have no issues with them obviously going over there. I think what Saudi are kind of doing, trying to build up their kind of country and everything like that. I know you can talk about leaders, we're not going to get into that. That's not what we are. But I don't know about this kind of second WrestleMania thing.
Horrible idea.
Because like WrestleMania is such a sacred event that it's like doing like a Super Bowl like a second time of the year, you know, kind of with like the same teams and stuff.
I don't really
But
think.
just because like you have SummerSlam, you have Survivor Series. Like I think they're talking about doing it around October, November each year, which is your Survivor Series kind of time frame.
Yeah.
And like why not just build up Survivor Series a bit more?
Think the more games.
I'm very much with Will here. With WrestleMania is your big culmination. This is your big event. You build stories for a whole year, and this is where everything comes together. Having two is fucking stupid. because the whole thing of WrestleMania is Royal Rumble. You have winner of that goes on to WrestleMania for whatever fucking title they want. Shame no one's ever picked the United States Championship. And you get the main event. It's a guarantee. Well, sometimes it's a guaranteed main event. It should be the guaranteed main event, but they just don't. It's to do it in November after you've just had your mini WrestleMania and SummerSlam. What are you building up? Do you know? Because you have WrestleMania. This is your big four: Mania, SummerSlam. That's your mini Mania, Rumble, Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
Survivor Series is the fourth child that you know is there, but
It's coming.
it's okay, you're fine, man. You know.
Survivor Series, like some stuff that carried through from SummerSlam, you can end that Survivor Series, and then Rumble is where you kind of start again. Yeah, you kind of have that kind of move point. I don't know if move point is actually a thing. But you have a move point where between Survivor Series and the Rumble, where obviously you're building it.
Look what you've done. You've got the child going now.
I just recently got a tattoo of a cow, right?
But like, sorry, go on.
It's going to sound like old-fashioned talk here now. Like, obviously you had the SummerSlam, and then we're leading in to our Royal Rumble, and then we're leading into our Survivor Series, then we're leading into WrestleMania. Like, I always looking forward to Survivor Series because you always had like that 8-man tag or the 10-man tag. But like, in 2 years' time, are we going to be still sitting here and be like, oh lads, who's excited for Survivor Series night 1 and night 2, Royal Rumble night 1 and night 2?
But I agree with completely there. I have no issue with SummerSlam night 1, night 2 because again, Mania is your biggest show.
Mhm.
SummerSlam is your second biggest show.
Your mini Mania,
Yeah, mini Mania. Survivor Series, no. One night. Royal Rumble, no. One night. Because I think it fits them better. And it's not even being like, oh, old school. But it goes back to your point there of like the Rumble. What the fuck do you do for 2 nights?
Yeah, but like, is it also that their thing about 2 nights? Be like, okay, some idiot in Atlanta, Georgia has paid us 77 grand for 2 nights of SummerSlam, yeah? What can we charge him for 2 nights of Rumble? What can we charge him for 2 nights? Yeah.
I guess it just gets bigger. Like
Yeah.
the Survivor Series will definitely be the cheapest out of the lot.
Oh,
because
yeah.
It is, as I said, it's...
But at what point do you stop that? Like, what point do you get where you're now spending 100 grand for a front row seat to Backlash?
But that's the thing, people are willing to pay it.
But it's not going to last forever.
No.
It can't. At least I don't think it
But
can.
the thing is,
Is it the point of TKO are doing this and WWE are doing this, or does it go back to like what's happening currently here in Ireland, where OTT tickets are going?
I think that has a point to play, but you don't like. Is 40,000 for a seat really that? Is that how much you have to charge for a seat?
I'm a college student. We talked about it around this time last year if Mania is going to be in New Orleans again, which we hoped it was. We were looking at what, 8 grand? Roughly, yeah.
Now that includes the price of obviously the flights.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
hotels
So
and whatever
that
else.
includes everything, yeah. But to me, that's money coming from my weekly job going into my savings.
Yeah.
That's my sushi grant gone into my savings.
yeah.
But like, and then after that, I'm like, oh my god, I was at Mania, I had fun with my friends, I bought a few shits and pieces, I ate good food. But then next year comes around and then we're like, okay, we'll skip this Mania. We go to 14-4, yeah?
Yeah.
16 grand for the same tickets we got 2 years ago.
But again, for us, especially for the first one, I know you've been, but for the first one anyway, for me, I suppose, you want to do everything.
You do, yeah, no, you do,
First one.
yeah.
And it's going to cost you more. But if you do everything this time, the next time you can go, well,
I did everything last time, and that's how I enjoyed it, and I need to do that again.
I need one day in WWE World to have a quick look around. I'm not going to spend as much money. So that kind of way, I don't need to go to the Hall of Fame. I'll fly home after Mania instead of going to Raw. So that kind of way, and that way then you're just saving money. So that kind of way. But the first time you go, obviously,
You want to do everything.
But
they are essentially. Like again, look at the example of local, like SmackDown in Dublin. You're pricing out fans.
The thing is, I'll say this now when it comes to like access compared to when I went, when it was WrestleMania access to WWE World. WWE World, for the money, does seem better than what Access was.
Yeah.
Do you know, that's the one thing I can say TKO and WWE have done right. Access was, you walk in, there's your shop. And it was actually, the shop was actually separated from the actual Access. So you had to like go into the shop, come out, go around into the big line, come in and go through the tunnel. And then you had your meet and greets and everything, and having to run around and find, who's where and who's around and stuff like that. Whereas WWE World is, you have a tattoo parlor, you fucking...
But you think, because I got caught with it, I went to Raw when it was in Glasgow, and I was looking at the prices, and I was like, sure, that's in pounds, that's not to me, that's cheaper. Do you think
but that's an Irish thing anyway.
Yeah, but
like anytime any Irish person that goes to the UK,
but
we're just kind of going, that's €6.
But
it's not.
Yeah, it's not €6. But that's what I'm saying. When you're in America, because
but America it actually works out, because if it's $3, it's only actually €2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because the dollars confuse me, because Americans look like they throw money around.
No, I don't think the actual market value is that good anymore.
Yeah, but like when you were over there and you were there, did you see something and you're like,
I was never there.
Oh, when you were there, you're like, oh.
Not really. I was. This is a good story now to tell. So when I was at the store, I was very much like, oh my god! It's the same for every show I go to. You get your "I was there" shirt, you get a program, and everything else is if you want it. So like I remember.
Sure, actually, you do get your "I was there" shirt. The program I think is even 50-50, but your "I was there" shirt.
Oh, you have to. No, that is have to get it. I remember we were there twice. I think, yeah, we were there twice. So the first time we went, picked up the "I was there" T-shirt, picked up the novelty cup, and the program. But they had the replica AJ jackets, and I was like, I think they were like $100 or something like that at the time. I was like, no. So I just got the hat and the his gloves and fucking shit like that. So I got that. Massive AJ Styles fan.
Yeah, the gloves.
Second time we went back then after I met FTR, Drake Maverick. God, even more. Met FTR. Drake Maverick, who was super fucking cool. Like, this was his first Mania. He was super cool. I felt so bad. His line was fucking nothing. And I went up like, fucking, your character on 205 Live as a GM is really like
Rockstar Spud
making things better here. We went back in, and like they I don't know if they do this at the World anymore, but like the store had somewhat changed, because now there's other exclusives that weren't there the first time. Like there was a Matt and Jeff Hardy Elite exclusive, and I was like, well, I'm picking that fucking up. It wasn't there the first time. Where the fuck did this come from?
But that's what I'm saying. They want to catch you out with that.
Yeah, exactly. And then like the father was like, that's WrestleMania. Pick up the fucking jacket.
Well, now, as you told your story there, we go to Mania in 2 years, yeah? What's going to be the prices for us now?
Oh, I'll tell you this. I think my ticket cost $125. I think it wasn't more than $225. We'll say, and that was for a really decent seat. I was kind of over by the stage.
I know the one. Yeah.
But that same ticket.
How much is that going to cost now? Like
that same ticket nowadays could cost you $1,500.
Like. Exactly. So,
but that turns people off going to the events.
But on the same scenario. And look, I get it's WrestleMania, right? It is. It's the be all and end all
the biggest thing ever
of wrestling. It is WrestleMania.
Non-wrestling fans know what WrestleMania is like.
But why not travel over for a Royal Rumble instead? Why not travel over for an AEW?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we were, as we discussed it, we are more likely all going to All In next year, yeah.
Yes.
And we've talked about it.
It's over in London, like
yeah. So
I mean, I know none of us are to Forbidden Door this year, but like.
But that's different for us. We can it's what a 40-minute flight, but like
an hour and 10. Like.
Yeah, but like my point is like
it would be cheaper.
It would be cheaper.
But tickets are also cheaper.
But like.
But you could have gone to Forbidden Door with probably flights and hotel for cheaper than you would have got a front row seat for WWE.
That's what I'm saying. That's insane to me though. Like, as we say, we worked out like, alright, grand, it's going to cost about 8, maybe 9 grand. Yes, no bother, yeah. That's me working my arse off, going through college, going to Tesco, putting all my money that I get, my extra few bits away. But 2 years later, we want to go again. Oh no, you're paying 17 grand this time, bud. But is it's like wrestling getting more and more expensive to enjoy?
But it's not even the thing is, don't forget this.
That's a great question.
Like genuinely, is wrestling getting more and more expensive to enjoy?
It's a great question.
But the thing is, everything's getting more and more expensive to enjoy.
But that's but I'm not on about it.
But wrestling, in terms of wrestling, yeah, 1,000%. You know, fucking, when I was trying to buy the John Cena fucking T-shirt, the Dublin one. I think I saw, because I was on the American side, because there was fucking jumpers there for over $100 fucking dollars.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, 10 years ago, those jumpers would have been about 50 quid.
But like my Travis Scott one, that the wrestling's real one.
I have no idea who that is.
That cost me 90 quid, but I had to get on the American store because it didn't come on the UK store. That was customs and shipping and everything. Yeah. But like, that was me wanting it.
It is a mix of, yes, wrestling is getting more and more expensive to enjoy. And it's fucking horrible that it's going that way, you know? But it is just, it's the way things are going, and it's fucking shit. It's horrible. Everything's getting more and more expensive. Like, but
yeah, but
outside. In terms of WWE, yes, TKO might have, made that worse. Because again, your example of you could have gone to Forbidden Door, Progress, and Rev Pro for the price of a front row ticket to fucking SmackDown. Yeah. You know?
But you wouldn't have to see John Cena.
Yeah.
Look, we are approaching an hour and we're not economists, so we're not going to stop talking about money. To finish on a last question, and then we're going to move into a little bit of a fun little quiz that we started last week, if you did see. But to move into a last question, I suppose it's kind of a two-part question. Do you think, for at fault with WWE at the moment, it's TKO or Triple H? And to give a second part to that, what's something that you would like to see change for your view, for you as a fan?
I do think both are fault. You can't be like, oh, Triple H is the reason Karrion Kross left or blah blah blah. I think. By
the way, the Karrion Kross thing, right? I just mentioned this about Dublin, right? It's quite funny, right? Like, I don't remember who came out, but everyone started. Sami Zayn came out, and everyone started chanting, "We want Kross, we want Kross." And a fellow behind me, goes, "No, you don't." He goes, "You haven't cared about him for the last 4 years. Yeah. Why are you caring about him?"
Yeah.
So,
as I said, like,
whole different story.
The abuse I've seen on X, people at Triple H and be like, "Oh, it's your fault," blah 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 blah. No, I think it's down to the board and Triple H. Triple H does have a say. The board definitely has a say.
My thing is completely different to you. I don't think he has a say. Because there's so many people gone. My biggest example, I know every time we say, oh, this person's gone, and Carmel will always, without fail, put into the chat, if Triple H really wanted them, they'd still be there. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's the case.
But if you're where he is, you'd fight for that talent.
You would, but it's not his say. It's like, let's say, FiveMarks becomes fucking massive, and myself and Karen were on top, and I say, Will, fuck off. And Emmett comes to me saying, oh, but Will, there's this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And I don't give a fuck. Will, fuck off. But, it's the same thing.
You're using that as a point. Like, if we were TKO, but Emmett was Triple H, and we kind of went, nah, we don't want Will anymore. Get him out.
Yeah, fuck him off.
What I'm saying to you is, okay, Emmett's Triple H, and you said you're TKO, yeah?
Yeah.
If Emmett didn't fight for that talent, he's a cunt.
Oh, he is. But we don't know that Triple H is fighting for them.
But no, that's what I'm saying. People are thinking.
Yeah.
People be like, oh, why didn't he fight for him? Why didn't he fight for him? But that's the point. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
You have absolutely no idea. Do you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's as I like. Every release comes over and everyone's like, oh, what the fuck is Triple H thinking? This isn't a Vince thing anymore. Do you know? Where we knew Vince was, and Vince made that call.
The Vince thing is dead.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not the same.
No, I know, but everyone still bring that thing up. Oh, if Vince was in charge, what would be blah blah. It's dead.
Oh, it is dead in water. But I'm saying, like, if this was like, people are looking at Triple H like they looked at Vince, because he's the one we see, the one. All Triple H has, he just has creative control. That's it. He has no.
He's the way we see him at the moment is he's the fall guy. If someone goes wrong, we blame him.
Oh, massively. Do you know? Because he's the only face we see. But which is completely wrong because we also see Nick Khan, is that his name?
Yeah.
We see Nick Khan as well. He's actually higher up than fucking Triple H,
Yeah.
you know? We don't go, oh, fuck you, Nick. Why the fuck did you let Karrion Kross go? It's Triple H, what the fuck are you doing? And he has absolutely no say. Do you know? Like, even like Karrion Kross was talking about, sorry to use the example again, he was talking about the contract negotiations. And he was talking through, now, it's a third party fucking person, do you know? And it's not like what it used to be with contract negotiation. He's there, you know, like, oh, here's how much we're going to offer you. It's like, okay, where'd you get that number from? Oh, I can't disclose that. Why can't you disclose that? I've the highest fucking merch sale, blah, blah. You know, it has absolutely zero to do.
It's just like,
If TKO wasn't involved, I'll tell you this, Cora Jade would still be there because I know that, like, Sean had high praise for her. Guarantee you that. And Buddy, again, it'd be like Sean, Triple H, Emmett's fucking, you know, Martin Will is fucking amazing. You have to bring him up to the main thing. Like, please, like, he's gonna be a star. I trust you. Yeah, best friends. Yeah, no problem. We'll come over here. Do you know? And you look after him. It would be the thing of people would get looked after better. But unfortunately, it's not Triple H running the fucking
No,
thing.
I know.
It's TKO.
But you're saying what we'd like to see? Better stories. We have, I don't think, like, you see the SmackDown division, that is banging at the moment. Like, left, right, and centre. Raw tag team division, there's nothing happening there. Like, it's just the same thing. Like, I'm happy JD and Finn are holding the titles because they're Irish, but they're not really doing anything fun with them.
No.
Cody Rhodes, I'm sick of the whiny bitch. Good wrestler, but like, that whole thing.
God, he's one of them fucking fickle fans.
The whole thing, like, I'm saying is, like, he always has to make the fans try to feel bad for him. Like, yeah, I went through this as a
My
kid.
dad died.
I had to knock on the next door neighbour to get a slice of bread and all that because my daddy couldn't afford it. Like, so what? Like, come up with something new. Say, like, you lost a toe or something and then fight for that. Like, I'm sick of, like...
So rips off his
like,
boot.
I'm sorry.
You liar!
I'm not speaking ill about the dead and I'll never speak about the ill dead, but stop using your dad as a story to God.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
Come up with something new.
Yeah,
like, yeah, I got thrown out of my head from WWE because they didn't believe me and I started my own company and blah, blah, blah.
Tony Khan kicked me out of my company.
Tony Khan even kicked me out because I was a whiny bitch. And then come back. I smashed up a throne.
I got him in there. Let's go.
I smashed up a throne because it was belonging to Triple H and he still kissed my bum and all that. Look at me. Like, just come up with something new at the end of the day.
Something you would like to see?
Less pay-per-views, I'll be honest.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Less pay-per-views. I think NXT are doing it good, where you kind of know what's your pay-per-view and you know what's your TV special. You know, like New Year's Eve, that's your TV special. You know, have those kind of breaks. Like, oh, we're not exactly like what's the next one coming now?
No Mercy.
Yeah, so No Mercy. Like, let's say you have Lexus King he's actually doing fairly well. I don't know if he's pay-per-view ready. Before we put him on a stand and deliver, let's put him on the TV special with the world champion, see how that kind of goes. And then you know from there, like, oh yeah, that'd be a great story. While keeping, like, oh, Oba's already in a storyline with fucking Ethan Page or someone. You still have that going to the main thing. Use those to build. AEW do it, and they do it very well as well, the TV specials.
They could have done that with Saturday Night Main Event, but to be honest, they're
That's
not
fucking
doing
shit.
It's like, okay, you can either sort your rival out here, and if the bad guy wins, we'll do another match with you.
Yeah.
Like, or the heel, sorry, not the bad guy.
I'll tell you, one thing that pissed me off, and this kind of goes with the whole less pay-per-views, was Jay going up against Gunther. Because they were kind of doing that with Saturday Night. Like, oh, let's test and see how Jay was. We had Jay versus Gunther on like a Raw, Jay versus Gunther on a Saturday Main Event, and next you know they're going to fucking WrestleMania. It was just out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, going to top seed to change it. It's just, yeah, it's over and back. For me, two things I'd like to see. One is a bit more focused on newer stars. I don't care about CM Punk anymore. Do you know, kind of way, like,
When did you ever care about CM Punk?
I never have. But like Seth Rollins, I don't think he's at the peak of his game. But like, I like even LA Knight is kind of nearly a little bit past it for me. Jey Uso's been there for how long? Give me someone new just to go for it. Even with Cody, give me someone new to go after Cody. Someone that we haven't seen. Do you know what I mean? An NXT lad, whatever it is. And two, stop showing 15-minute ads after every single match on a pay-per-view.
Yeah. We don't want to buy your t-shirts.
What's the t-shirt you have down there? Is that t-shirt you bought from an ad?
I don't have a t-shirt, to be honest.
I see it.
Oh, you're talking about...
Oh, look, it's a
What-
t-shirt
what's
you
this?
bought
What's
that they would have
this?
shown on an ad.
Never Seen 17. Who was giving out about me today? Was it Morrow? Was it on Messina Mark or something?
Oh, God.
I don't know.
Shane? Oh, okay.
Where phone?
Your favourite wrestler never held 17 titles.
Well, it might have. Ric Flair is barely
No, Ric Flair, we don't talk about him in this podcast.
we actually have an episode planned on Ric Flair, but we need... what's the other fella that's usually somewhere around here?
Oh, chicken.
No, not chicken, no. What's his name?
Ric Flair's fifth son.
Alan, that's his name. Yeah, Alan, yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, he's on here. We've waited for him to do
Early.
the thing.
I was trying to find his quiz.
Yes,
But if you agree or disagree with our points that we've made on TKO and WWE, I know it's a kind of an all-over thing. Let us know what you think. Go with Carmo's. What would you like to see type of story? And let us know in the comment section.
I actually had another point and it's gone out of my head. It went out of my head during the episode. It came back into my head where we were talking about that, and now it's gone out of my head again. But anyway, if you do want to see more of that, we will do more on that. There is probably a couple more topics that we could mention on that. However, we're going to move into our final part of the episode. So if you watched our last week's episode, you would have known that I started doing a quiz, stop peeking, by the way, called Tenable. And if you don't know what Tenable is, I'm going to give the lads a question, which there is 10 answers, or a top 10 answers. And the lads will have 2 lives each. So Will will have 2 lives. If he gets 3 questions wrong, he's out. Martin gets 3 questions wrong, you're out. So it's 2 lives, but you technically get 3 chances. I'm going to give them a question on which I'm looking for 10 answers. We're going to go over and back, starting with Will going to Martin. The 2 lads can't confer. They can't talk amongst themselves. They just have to give you an answer.
Are you going to sabotage me this time, are you?
I don't know what you're on about.
If you would like to see more, we're hoping to maybe possibly do a full episode on this at some stage. But for the moment, the question I'm going to ask, and please do play along at home, let us know how many of the 10 that you got. This week's one I think might be a slight bit easier. I don't think you'll have any major trouble getting this. The question is the 2024 Men's Royal Rumble. I am looking for the first 10 entrants.
Okay. Jimmy and Jay.
I won't one answer one by one. We'll start with Will.
Jim.
Is correct.
Jay.
Is correct. I didn't expect it to be that. Martin is fairly confident about this.
I've got 2 more in my head.
We have to go in order, and unfortunately there is
That's 3 more in my head.
We have the top 10 and we have the top 2. We have 7 more answers left, and it is up to Will. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'd say good 10 seconds.
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory is incorrect, so that's one of your lives.
Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller is correct. Back to Will.
Who's Grayson Waller?
The fucking Nazi Ice Cup.
I know.
You fucking disrespect him.
He doesn't like you.
Well, these 2 are arrogant. One thing Will's thinking to answer. If you do have any suggestions on this quiz that you want to give to me, message me somewhere. I don't respond. Well, I don't respond. I respond. I don't pose. But find me on social media on my own personal account, and you can message me away, and I will do them on the podcast. We're going to back over to Will though. You have the first 3 entrances. There are 7.
I genuinely forgot about this one because it was born. Cedric Alexander.
Cedric Alexander is incorrect.
Who was he in the moment?
I know, I don't like
I don't know if he was even in the WWE side at this stage.
I don't know. That's what I said, I forgot about this one.
He would have been actually.
Who did I say already? I said Waller. So
you have James.
Next entrant was Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes is number 5, but correct.
Okay, I know who
Back to Will. No, you have another.
It's 3 lives.
Oh, 3 lives.
Oh. Yeah. Well, yeah, you've 3 kind of whatever.
I can't think of this one, bro.
Judging by your answers, though, you're probably not.
Yeah, I don't care about this one. Like,
after this next person, I draw a blank.
The person who won it, I don't care for.
You talked about that there for a few minutes, alright, but that's the joy of this quiz. I thought this one would have been a little bit easier, but obviously not. So you currently have Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Grayson Waller, and Carmelo Hayes. You have 4 of the 10. You have 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 left. I'm going to put down that water because I can't open it in one hand. If you get another one wrong and Martin gets one wrong, I'll give you a clue.
Throw
It
in
special guest.
Carrying Cross.
Carrying Cross is number 8.
Thank God. Thank God.
The returning Andrade was number 4.
That is number 4. So you currently have 6 people. You have number 6, number 7, number 9, and 10 left. And we're back to you, Will. Will has used 1 life, Martin. You still have
3.
I said 2, but you kind of get 3 rolls now.
I think you said 3. Oh, sorry.
Sheamus.
Sheamus is incorrect.
Will's out. Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley is incorrect. He came in number 11.
So Karrion Kross came out and I was like, Bobby came in at some point.
Yeah, he's number 11. So Will, you are in your last life, Martin. You are 2 lives.
Will's out, isn't he?
I'm out.
No, he's 1 left.
How many fucking licenses you
I'm
got to get?
out.
No, you got 2 wrong.
I
You got 3.
wrong.
No, you only got 2 wrong.
You got
Because
3.
you guys said Karrion Kross.
Oh, that's what you did.
Okay.
So it's back to you then.
Sheldon Benjamin.
Is incorrect.
He wasn't in the wrong, was
So
he?
you're out now.
Okay.
Martin has 2 lives left. If you get another one wrong, I'll give you a bit of a clue.
Trying to remember who was in the ring at that time. Was Corbin one of them?
That's your guess?
That's my guess.
No.
Shit.
No.
Um,
Corbin was later on. He was much later on. To give you a clue, before you answer, I'll give you a clue. Lucha, or luchadors, or lucha wrestling. That kind of style. Triple A would be my clue.
I don't think Dragon Lee was in that one. Was Dom out? Dominic Mysterio?
Dom was number 9. So you currently have 6, 7, and 10 left.
JD? No. He was one of the last ones.
Number 7, if you think about like some of the early people that were in that you mentioned already, you should get number 7. Yeah, I think you were a big fan of his kind of faction or team or whatever in NXT. I think he had a team in NXT. I think you were a big fan of it.
Shit, I can't remember.
Did you mention him earlier?
Not off the top of my head, I can't say.
He had a fact. Santos Escobar came out.
Santos Escobar was number 7. So you have number 6 and number 10.
I think Dom was the first Judgment Day person to come out.
Number 10, I'll give you a clue for number 6, I'll let you try and get it.
Okay.
Number 10, this isn't even really a clue, it's just the answer. Matthew Bullet Smith.
So what's JD, was it?
Doesn't really.
Matthew Finn Balor.
Doesn't feel matter.
Who was it? Matthew Bullet Smith.
You guessed like 2 names in the right?
Yeah, but they brought him out.
Who did Matthew Bullet Smith with?
Oh, Carlito.
Yeah. Number 6. If you get, I'll give you 1 life on number 6. If you don't get number 6.
Okay, number 6.
You're done.
No hint.
No,
nothing.
no.
So Carlito's out. JD hasn't come out yet because our truth has to come out and throw him back into the ring to throw him out.
Finn Balor was number 14, I can tell you.
Okay. You were told me Finn Balor was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
I think it's someone else.
So number 6. Who was number 5 again?
Carmelo
Hayes. Number 6.
Number 5 was Carmelo Hayes. Number 7 was Santos Escobar.
Number 5. Number 6. Chad Gable.
It's incorrect.
Can I have a
Was
guess?
an American
Can I have a
male
guess?
member.
Was it our truth?
Well, it's not.
No,
Oh,
Star
okay.
Truth came out
He came out
after
in
JD.
Yeah,
Put JD back in the ring again.
Yes.
Number 24. The correct answer was Shinsuke Nakamura.
Ah, that's
So
right.
weird.
That has been tenable. If you've enjoyed it, as I said, let us know, and we will play more. And if you would like to see a full long episode with a few special guests, let us know because we will do that as well. But unless there is anything else for this episode, I think we're done.
I think we're done and dusted. I think that's it for this one.
Yeah.
It is out, Carmel.
Martin, where can they find us?
You can find us on all our socials. 5Mark Podcast, 5Marks Pod on X and TikTok.
I mean, they're probably like here somewhere.
Yeah, there'll be.
There'll be a description anyways, or a link tree and everything.
On our YouTube, hit that notification bell, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, because we do greatly appreciate it. And the more you subscribe means we can start making money and start doing better episodes that we have planned. But unfortunately, we need money to do those.
As well, if you were listening to us here in Ireland, get out and support Irish wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
And
good.
we can get more studio time.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know what you think of our new studio. If you think there's anything that we can add to it, a few props and stuff like that.
And like if there's any wrestlers or other people out there that would give us free merch, so we can add it to our table of destiny.
Doesn't Gala still owe us a free t-shirt?
Maybe, no, he gave it to us.
Did he give it to us?
I don't know.
Like if anybody knows who the owner of Supermax, we'll get sponsored by Supermax, Carlo.
Okay, just hit them with
Carlo.
the
Sponsorships I'm okay with, but I'm not looking for free merch off wrestlers. I will buy that merch off you. But before Will keeps going and gets us maybe into a lawsuit somewhere along the way, we've been the FiveMarks Podcast, and for another episode, we are officially being.
Yeah.